If you've got an idea to start an online business, but you don't actually know where to get started and it feels very confusing, you don't know what the next steps to take are, then I really want to share my own experiences with you of like how I got started and like just some really simple things to focus on so that you can just de-stress on this. Like, you don't have to have it all perfectly figured out. You don't need to be doing 50 million things. We need to keep this simple so that it's doable. If you've seen my earlier videos from this series where I'm taking you behind the scenes of going from the idea to making millions, you will know that I originally had my idea for my business, the Female Entrepreneur Association, 3 years prior to actually having the guts to go for it with my idea. In 2011, I hit a turning point where I was so fed up of my own crap. I was fed up of being stuck in my own way, playing small, and I was just ready to go for it. So I kind of went on this mission success challenge to just condition myself for success and to see what would be possible if I just went for it. One thing that people get stuck on is, how do I know if my idea is actually going to work? How do I get clarity and to know I've got confidence that this is a good idea? Some of the key things I did when I actually got started to get that clarity. The first thing, maybe taking some time to validate your idea if it's going to give you that confidence. For me, with the Female Entrepreneur Association, my validation for it was that I knew it was needed. I knew that I was feeling really lonely as a woman in business. I knew that there was hardly anywhere to go to get inspired as a woman in business. There was loads of like stuff for men that felt really masculine, but there just wasn't anything for women. So I knew that I could definitely create something there. I just felt in myself like, this is a problem I need solving for me. And if it's a problem I need solving for me, it's likely to be a problem that needs solving for lots of other women in business out there too. So with your idea, tune in with your own knowing, tune in with yourself. If you want to go for it with your idea, just go for it. Even if you get started with this idea and it doesn't work out, you will have learned so much from that experience that it will probably lead you to the next thing and to the next thing. And you probably won't know what that next thing is until you have the guts to start with this thing now. So just have the guts and the confidence to just play around with this, knowing like, this is your one life, this is it, this is not a dress rehearsal, so now is the time to go for this. Obviously, you could go and research online. You could go and look around like, who else has my problem and what else exists to talk about this problem. Honestly, sometimes when I do this, I go down a rabbit hole and then it makes me think, oh no, there's already stuff out there and I'm not as good as them or they're further along than me, and then I talk myself out of it. You don't want to talk yourself out of it. So if you feel that researching would do that to you, just don't blooming do it. Just tune back in with yourself, your ideas, your excitement around your ideas, and just validate yourself. You can do this. Like, you have all the right, all the permission to take whatever idea you've got and to go for it. One of the biggest things that helped me the most with like getting that clarity to actually get going was giving my idea a name. This changed everything. Now, I am not very good at fancy names. I'm good at names that does what it says on the tin. When I started the Female Entrepreneur Association, I had 2 previous names for it. The first name I came up with was I Woman's Success, like inspiration, ideas, all that stuff. I bought the domain. The second idea I came up with was Rich Chicks. And then finally, when I actually got started for real, I came up with the name, the Female Entrepreneur Association. I was in my 20s at the time, and I talked about this in an earlier video. I had massive imposter syndrome. And so I thought, I need an official name, something that sounds really official. So I decided to call it the Female Entrepreneur Association because I was like, that sounds official. That doesn't sound like someone in their 20s. That gave me the confidence to just go for it. But like, once I gave it a name and felt good about the name, I could see the way with it. It just helped me to like hook onto my idea on another level. So name it. Name your idea, name it. It doesn't have to be fancy. And I will add, since starting the Female Entrepreneur Association, I've created other brands. Like She Means Business has become a brand. That's my book title, and it was a magazine I created. There have been times where I'm like, well, this is the Female Entrepreneur Association. Should I pull everything into a personal brand where it's just like Carrie Green? Oh my God. You can go round and round in circles with what should you call it? Should it be my name? Should it be a different name? Should it be a brand name? What kind of brand name? Who bloody cares? Just come up with a name and go for it. You've always got the right to change your name. It's always going to be an ever-evolving thing. It's going to evolve, so don't get caught up in that. Just name it, get behind it, and go for it. When you name something, it creates its own entity, and it gives you the ability to just like create it. Once you've got your name, buy the domain name. Go and buy your domain name, and that is your first step to getting started. It exists then. Your idea is real, it exists, you own the domain name, and it puts you in a different frame of mind to getting going with it. The next thing you can think of when you're starting your business is, what is your mission? Like, what is your mission with your business? What is it that you want to do? What is it you're here to say? And just write out, like, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to say. And for me, it was really simple. I want to help inspire and empower women in business to build successful businesses. I want us to bring us together in a community. And that's all I knew I wanted to do: inspire and empower and bring us together in a community. So what is your mission? What do you want to do? And just write it in one sentence. And it doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to feel like really well written. It's just for you, so you can get behind your mission. Also asking yourself, who is my audience? Who would be interested in this idea? Who am I going to be talking to? Who are the people that I would love to get to know and for them to discover this business? So for me, obviously, that was women in business. It was women who were looking for other women to hang out with. It was women that were looking for inspiration. It was women that were looking to feel empowered that they could actually build a successful business. I did not think deeply about this at the beginning of my journey. I just got on with it. These are going to be questions you consistently ask yourself, like, what is my mission? Like, what is my North Star? And like, is it the same? Has it changed? Who are my audience? And you're going to learn more and more and more about them as you get going. I know people who started businesses thinking their audience was one person, and then actually they discovered it was someone completely different, and so kind of pivoted to like work with those people. You don't have to have this stuff perfectly figured out, but it helped me to just kind of know at the beginning, this is what I'm here to do, this is my mission, and these are the people I really want to try and help. And you could think about, like, what are their fears? Who are they? What are their desires? Do not overthink it though. This does not need to be an essay's worth of figuring out. Just one simple line for each thing is great, and then you're going to figure out the rest as you get going. That is all you need to do to get started. Really simple. Come up with your name, buy your domain name, think about your mission, think about who your audience are. Good, let's go. In the next episode, I want to then dive into, okay, so you've got this, you're getting started, then what? What are you actually supposed to do next? I want to show you the simplest steps you can start to take right away that every single one of us can take in order to start building the momentum and getting your business out there. I'm telling you, it's so easy and simple. So I will see you in the next episode. If you want more help to build a really successful online business, then come and take our quiz. We're going to ask you a few simple questions, and then after that, we'll give you a personalized plan for how you can build a really successful business based on where you are at. Go and take it. The link is below, and I will see you in the next episode.